Hi guys, I'm Manjita and I have been getting a lot of requests that I should be making videos on other sections of Ielts. So here I am giving you some simple tips and tricks how to crack listening exam. Yes, the listening portion of Ielts. First things first, when you go for your Ielts test, you'll have a headphone which you will be putting on your head, of course, and listening to a conversation or a dialogue or something which is in British accent. Primarily, majorly, whatever recording you listen to, it's a pre-recorded stuff, so it will be in British accent. There can be portions of Canadian or Australian accent, but majorly it's going to be British accent. So if you find it difficult, then first things first, practice listening to British accent. How would you do that? Well, internet is your favorite friend over here, correct? So go online and listen to a lot of shows in British accent English, or you can listen to the news which is there. My personal favorite was that I used to watch British Got Talent with subtitles. Well, that will help you, because if you, in the beginning it will be difficult for you to catch what they're speaking because they'll be speaking at a fast pace, but there'll be subtitles mentioned. So a very good tip is that when you listen to some British soap or British serials or a British movie or something like that in British English, go for something which has subtitles in it so that you can read it at the same speed and you can try to connect with what words are they speaking. So yes, that's tip one, get used to British accent. On that note, what you should do is try understanding that how they speak the numbers, because during the listening test there'll be sections where the recording would be on telling you about phone numbers, house numbers, or numbers of mail or anything, right? So get used to how they pronounce each number as. So that is why you have to listen and practice. Similarly, how do they pronounce each letters, right? Like A, B, C, D, X, Y, Z. So how do they pronounce each letter? Because there can be portions where someone in the recording is trying to tell you the spelling of his or her name. My name is Manjita and it's spelled as M-A-N-J-I-T-A. So whatever is their accent, try to understand how do they say each letter in a British accent so that you are not confused, because that's not your mother tongue. So then you have to understand what it is. Second point is, you will not have an auto spelling luxury there, right? When you type on a computer or a laptop and auto spell check comes in, and then we just don't bother about learning the spellings. Time has come for you to learn your spellings, because a wrong spelling means wrong answer. So be clear on repeating the spellings, on writing the spellings down correctly of each word, vocabulary, whatever you're practicing. It's time to know the spellings. It's a big revelation, because I thought that I knew spellings of most of the words, but when you actually spell it, you miss an E here, you miss a double T there, and I was like, ouch, okay, I always thought all my life the spelling was this. So it's time for a reality check. It's time to realize where you stand and then do a spelling correction. Learn the spellings, learn writing it, right? Because listening is also about writing. Next portion, what I want to talk about is you have to listen till the end. That's tip number 3. So what happens in the recording, there can be few questions, I'm sure there will be few questions, where they'll try to confuse you a bit. For example, if they're trying to tell you a phone number, oh, my number is 789645, no, it's 853492. So instead of 45, it's 85. So well, you know that you have to write down the numbers at the same time with the same speed with what they're saying, but you have to listen till the end, because there can be a correction of the numbers in between. So instead of 4-5, you have to quickly cut 4 and write 8 on top of it, right? So you have to be very careful. You have to just forget all the distractions, focus completely on listening, and then keep on writing the numbers. So listen till the end. Similarly, a correction could be in the name as well, right? Oh, there's a single T, no, there's a double T on it. So something like that. So always remember that what is the correction, you have to be careful and listen till the end and write the spelling or the numbers they have told towards the end, right? That's post the correction. Be careful on that. Another point which I want to highlight here is, please be careful and cautious about whatever instructions they are giving you. if they say answer in no more than 3 words or in no more than 2 words or only in 1 word, they mean it. So don't write 4 words which you think could be right if they are asking for 3. If it says no more than 3 words, it means it should not exceed the 3rd word as a limit. So it could be 2, it could be 3, it cannot be 4. So be very careful on what they are asking you to write. This is very important. You will get a 0 in that question if you do not adhere to it. Well, it's time for the last bit, and a very important tip. Always listen for the cues. They will give you a lot of cues. For example, there will be certain sentences where it would say that Mary had a little dash. Okay, so you know that you have to listen for the word Mary, or you have to listen to the story about Mary. So the moment they start talking about Mary, your ears have to be alert, and you have to understand, what does Mary have? Does she have a little cat, a dog, a lamb, a hat, or whatever? You know, so you have to be extra careful. These are the cues given. You knew from the beginning, the moment you read the sentence, there has to be something about Mary in that particular narration which they are saying, right? So these are the cue sentences given. Be careful. It's easier to score here. And that's it, guys. You guys know what to do. I have told you all. I have also given you options what I did to understand what the British accent is and to get a hang of it. Watch a lot of British English news, soap, serials, shows, but go for something which has subtitle, because it will help you to get a hang of that accent. All the best, and I'm sure you're gonna crack and you're gonna really get higher scores in listening. Do comment, like and share, and let me know how your practice goes. Bye bye. I'll see you again in the next video. Take care.